Greetings, people of unassumed gender. I am largely unemployed, and welcome back to Planetbase. As you can see, now that we've moved over to the ice planet, our little motif at the beginning of the game has changed. So let's load up London and see where we can go with this episode. This will be our final episode on this planet, and then we'll be moving on to the next. Alright, so when we last left off, we had set up the very basics and gotten our medicinal herb production right up to the max. And I think we're going to be using that to trade, which we have enabled, correct? Yes, we have. Fantastic. Now, we are milestone hunting still, so what can we do that will not take too long? Realistically, the next sort of achievable one is either powermonger or standing. Now, powermonger requires a truly ludicrous amount of metal, which we could trade for. Let's see if we can't do that. Alright, click on him. There we go. Alright, well, I think we found a fellow drug dealer in this man right here. Maxim Sawyer, being the freelance medicinal trader that he is. Medical trader, sorry. I think, Maxim, that is a rather suspicious and uncertain name. Alright, I don't think we're going to be messing with him, though. He looks like he means business. However, we will buy some of his meds, on account of the fact that we sold all of ours. So there we go. Cheers, Maxim, and enjoy your new drugs. I'm just gonna call it Space Weed, guys. I mean, that's what it is, you know? Medicinal pad, really? That's some hydroponics. Anyway. Okay, so, milestone hunting. What are we going to go for? I think powermonger really is the most likely one. Let's take a look at what we have available. Prestige 100. Okay, that's possible. Robotization. No, it's a bit long term. Build the monolith. Very long term. Population of 300 or 100. Very long term, and require 10 techs. Not easy. So I don't think we'll be getting any of those really. How many kilowatts do we have to produce for the powermonger one? 500 kilowatts, and you produce 50, so we would need 10 large ones to do that. And what do you give me? 15. Okay, you don't even count. So 10 large wind turbines, which is 4. We already have, so we need 32 more metal plus the 8 connections, so 40. We would need 40 more metal to get that done. Now the question is, do we just ramp it up until such time as we have that? I think so. So let's spend a little to make a little. Place down some metal production, and that is connected, correct? Yes. And we're gonna bring in a bunch more workers. So what is our 17? Okay, well we can bring in 3 in the meantime. So let's get our landing permissions up and max out our worker intake. There we go. Alright, am I still complicit? Yes, alright, so one more remaining there, and Everest L. Pibach will be our delivery boy on this drop. Alright, man, fantastic, thank you. And now we have our refined hint, hint. Okay, let's fill that with ore. Alright, so I'm going to hit the game into 4 times speed, and I think we're going to cut forward to when we have the metal production up to max. Alright, hello everyone, we're back into the game. We've been playing for about 20 minutes off camera, and this is what we've gotten so far. So, we've gone ahead and almost doubled our metal production, as you can see, or far more than doubled our metal production. We have twice the ore production, rather, but our metal processes are, well, you know, filling up this entire processing plant, and we've gone ahead to build another one here for bioplastics, just to keep up with that so that we can expand our base as we need to in order to support our metal production, with things like spares production and, you know, more living space for more workers, etc, etc, etc. We will need some bioplastics. Also, I have switched over these 3 space weed pods to manufacture starch instead, so that we can build up a bit of a surplus of that instead. It sells for the same amount, and it is far more useful. The gimmick is not quite worth the actual value. Also, I bought another carry bot. I'm not sure if it's this one. I don't know where my carry bot has gone off to, but I bought a second carry bot, which has helped a lot, and a bunch of food and things, because our food production was running a bit low. Also, switching these over from medicinal to starch helped with the food situation a bit. We were running a bit dire. As you can see, our storage is rather cluttered, but only at 51%, which is fantastic. Now, with our bioplastics running, that will hopefully turn some of that useless starch into very, very useful bioplastics, and we will be able to expand this base a little bit further. For starters, we're going to throw down yet another bunk, as those are far more useful. And, oh, jeez, you crapped out completely, haven't you? Do I still have any engineers alive? Because we had quite some nasty sandstorms blow in, 2 or 3 in a row, blizzards rather, 2 or 3 in a row. We have 2 engineers. You know, I think we're gonna have to bring in some more or buy a constructor bot to keep these repairs going. So let's switch over to colonists and bring in a full load of engineers. We have plenty of biologists, more than enough, and we got plenty workers. How many workers do we actually have? 12. We'll need more than 12, but plenty for now. So let's throw down yet another mine. Place that one right there. Oh, sorry, where was the entrance to that structure? Yeah, that's fine, that's close enough. Then you can get in there. Trader. Okay. Carry bot. Yeah, I'll buy another one. As you can see, our medicinal herbs come in quite handy in this regard. Picking up such things. Now, this is the second time I've gotten the stupid extractor patent, but we really don't need it, and we're not pushing for that, we're pushing for power for this milestone. Alright, so now that you're up to speed, we're going to go back into the game until such time as we're almost done with our power production. Again, this is going to be a very quick playthrough of this planet. We're just hunting those milestones. Alright, see you when we come back. Alright, and we're back in. Now, not much may have changed visually, but as you can see, we have got a bunch more wind turbines. We're actually up to 7 now of our required 10. And I have ramped up my ore production to maximum extreme, and we're gonna bring that, we're gonna bring that back down now. There we go, and get our metal production up, so that all 8 run simultaneously. And then we should be able to get all of our wind farms running at maximum speed. And as we say, another blizzard comes in. It took about 10 minutes, maybe 11 minutes to get to where we presently are. Now, this is a bit dire. At least our power production will be maxed out. Now, interestingly enough, do these produce power during a blizzard? No, they do not. Okay. So they are relatively useless on this planet regardless, except as a starting point for the tech tree, so that you can build all of these things. Now, let's have a zoom in on our various other productions. I've got my spares production up to a max of 10, so they're going to be overproducing slightly here, which is always good. And we have our food production stabilizing, thankfully. We are sort of averaging between 10 and 15 vegetables free, and about 8 meals produced. That means that all of these things are pretty chock-block. Also, I was incorrect previously where I said that medicinal plants have the same trade value as starch. They do not. Starch is worth 5 and these are worth 10, but starch's versatility, being able to turn it into bioplastics, makes it a much more valuable resource to produce. And again, the gag of producing some of that space weed just really wasn't worth the impending doom that my colony faced. However, it did buy us a few more robots, which is very nice. Oh no, it didn't, never mind. Oh, I bought the patent for robots by accident, that's right. Thankfully you won't have to see such idiocracy. Now, what does this trading ship offer? We got Marty Zollo, he's a freelance industrial trader. He lives by the numbers. Oh, a farm dome patent. That's a really massive biodome, which would be lovely for another plant, but is not at all necessary for this exact playthrough. So we're not... I wonder if tech carries over. I really have absolutely no idea. I suppose the easiest way to check that would be to build the robot facility, build a small one, and then just see if we can produce the robot patents we bought previously, because we got all 3. So it'll be very interesting to see if that carries over planets. Then it is very worth investing on each playthrough in some new tech. But if it's per playthrough, then it's not really worth it unless you're going to push through on that colony. Because the bigger planets, the bigger buildings and the better technology, it gives you a small edge, but it's not required. So let's throw down a bot workshop real quick. We haven't got any semiconductor production, so I can't build the repair station, and this is just for testing. Right, 1, 2, and where's our third resource? There it is. Let's see what this gives us now. And voila! Can we? We cannot. Okay, so tech patents do not transfer over between playthroughs. That is rather annoying, I must admit. So we're going to recycle that. And oh, we just dropped Primrose Jensky outside. She's probably not too happy about that. Ah, we have 20 metal. We're going to throw down our last 3 wind turbines, and you can watch that happen. And then we should hit that milestone once we get maxed power, of course. What's the easiest way to build this? Where's what other? There we go. We'll build this one just outside here. And then again, just outside there. And we'll link it up to the base just for security. There we go. I brought in a bunch more engineers just to make all of this a lot faster. Again, this base is scrap to me once we're done here. So what is our present production? Let's watch it just go up by the grid. That's what we need. Okay, we are currently producing 147, 51, and where's the wind speed? Oh wow, it's barely even halfway. So we have a truly ludicrous amount of power production. It is beautiful. Let's let that continue, right? This has actually turned out into a surprisingly well-resourced and well-managed colony. I mean, even by my own standards, I'm impressed. And that sounds very bragging, but I meant that I'm usually terrible at this and somehow have not proven to be so in this particular playthrough, which is quite nice. Okay, come on. Max that out, and then we'll hit our 500 mark. We're gonna get that milestone. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Back you go. Yeah, come on. Give me that sweet 60. Oh, come on. Alright, looks like we're going to have to build a couple more just to make it more likely that we'll hit that milestone. Now, here's hoping I don't miss the notification, because I'd like the screenshot to finish off the video. And the space. Because episode 10, this will be episode 9, I believe, and episode 10 will be us moving on to the third planet, which I think is the moon. So that is, we're going to have to deal with solar radiation and various other nasty environmental effects. Come on. Where's that sweet, sweet metal? Are we out? That would be very annoying if we were out. Oh, there we go. Okay, come on. Tell me we've hit that. Oh, wow. Alright, that's terrible. So we presently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nah, it can't gotta be 12. Come on. How did I count that wrong? No, we're at 11. Okay. So we didn't even have 10 before? Because I just place 2. Wow. Well, I mean, you're not here for the quality content, right? So, what have I got to lose by... Oh, come on, come on. Go back up, go back up, go back up. This has got to be draining quickly. Yes, it is. And despite this base's rather impressive output of resources, it really doesn't drain that much power. I mean, at full load, we're pulling 91 units. And we've got 3 mines, a spaceport, and a whole bunch of other stuff running. So it's I must say, I'm quite chuffed with it. Okay, come on, get on up there. Let's finish this episode strong. And there we go! We have Power Monger! Fantastic! We're gonna hit that screenshot. And success! Alright, thank you everyone. If you enjoyed... you are now generating a ton of power. We are indeed. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. See you on the moon. Cheers.